Swoop your arms all the way up overhead with a big inhale. And then exhale, hinge in the hips, small bend in the knees. Fold all the way down. Place both hands down to the ground. Step your left foot back into that lunge position. And then immediately put all your weight into that right foot as your toes come up, and you're gonna pivot into a side lunge, Skandasana. Good. So in the side lunge, you can either put your elbow onto your right thigh and press it away, so you're opening up your hips more, or you can just stand with your hands above, working on strength. It's totally up to you. So elbow pressing is a little bit more stretching and less engaged. Without hands, a little bit more engaged. You can choose. Just breathe. Good. When you're ready, go ahead, pressing the ground away, coming up into straight legs on either side. Same thing on the left, coming into that bent knees, side lunge, Skandasana on the left side, whatever you did on the other side, do on this one as well. Breathe. Good. And when you're ready, pressing the ground away again, coming back up, straight legs, maybe shaking out your hips a little bit. And then bringing your feet a little bit pigeon-toed. So your feet are facing the front of the mat. And then hands on your hips as you sit your hips back towards the back of the room. Lead with your chest down towards the ground, bringing your hands down to the ground first. Good, and either stay here or bend at the elbows, letting yourself fall a little bit more. And you can either stay here or you can interlace your hands behind your back and then straight arms behind you. Good. Breathe. And you can stay here or you can bend into one knee and then the other as you're in this forward fold. Kind of going into a folded Skandasana, one after the other. Breathe. Good. If you took that bind behind your hands, behind your back, release your hands to your hips first, and then release your hands back down to the ground. Good. Straight arms on the ground. Let's go ahead, hands back on the hips as you hinge all the way back up, coming into that standing position. Beautiful. From here, we're gonna come find a seat on the ground. So you can use a little breakdancing move. Finding a seat on the ground facing the long width of the mat. And then we're gonna bring our left leg underneath. So it means like our left heel is by our right glute, our right butt cheek. And then we're gonna take our right knee on top and we're gonna do the same thing. It's a little pretzel move. And our right leg is our right heel is gonna come by our left butt cheek. So they're kind of one over the other. And if yours look like this or anywhere in between, that's totally fine as long as you don't have knee pain. So as long as you don't have knee pain, you're good. But adjusting them to one day being aligned on top of each other. And then we're gonna make our chest nice and proud, sit tall. And then exhale, fold, leading with your chest over your knees. You should feel a little stretch or maybe a great stretch, who knows, in that right glute, that leg that's on top. And just breathe here for a second. Close your eyes, bow your head onto your knees if you can. And breathe. Good. This is a really good one for low back pain and for opening up our hips because our glutes are a piece of the hip puzzle that a lot of people ignore. So this is a really good subtle one to do. Good, and when you're ready, go ahead slowly hinging all the way back up until you're in a seat. And we're gonna twist a little bit. So bring your left arm over that right thigh, right hand behind you, and just look over that right shoulder. Going into a little bit of a twist. Remember, never forcing a twist, but just breathing in them. Good, and go ahead, slowly release, coming all the way back to center. And there's two ways to do this. You can either switch your feet by sitting here, or you can go the fun way and place your hands on the left side and then press your feet into the ground as we come up into a wide-legged fold. And then keep rotating all the way back into that seat. Yeah, nice. The first time doing that is always like, what's happening? So now our left leg is on top in the exact same way. So if you need to adjust them a little bit to make sure that they're stacked or to however they were last time, feel free. And then again, chest proud, big inhale. Exhale, fold forward, and maybe notice a difference between the two sides. Sometimes our bodies are different from side to side. This side for me is a lot tighter, a lot more noticeable. Keep breathing here again. Bow your head into your knees, close your eyes. And when you're ready, coming all the way back up, sitting nice and tall, taking your time. Good, and then right hand over that left thigh. Left hand comes behind you, going into that twist, looking over the left shoulder. And breathe. Good, anytime you're in a twist, don't hold your breath, but allow your stomach to move while you breathe. And notice the difference between your sides here as well. Maybe we can rotate more on this side, maybe it's not as much. Good, and slowly release, taking your time. We're facing the wide or the width of our mat, so put your hands behind you, unravel your legs, and make your legs as wide as the mat.